The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women. He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us on the east side of Music City. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button for the live stream. Smash the like button for the algorithm. If you have a band, song, or a video, something you want me to check out, the best place to get me your suggestion and the only place I go for them is our Discord server. Get over there, left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests, read the pinned message, drop a link, a brief description. I'll get to it when I can. All of our social media is in the description link below, including ways to help the channel grow from Patreon to PayPal. Thank you to Connect 200 Music to see and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Today's Discord suggestion is coming from Tufo. He says, hey man, check out this band. So today we are checking out WhiskeyDust out of Japan. So Tufo says, I need you to check out this track called Liar. I almost said First Take, but that's not it. The track is called Liar, WhiskeyDust. I don't know anything about them, so let me know down below with everything I need to know about WhiskeyDust. And this is Liar on the Wyldeside. Let's check it out. Sounds like the beginning of Coming At You Live by Tesla. Nice. There. Good, great breakdown, by the way. Well, I'm trying to place it. classic songs. Is it Robin Trower? Remember it later. Nice. That is WhiskeyDust Liar, as suggested by Tufo here on the Wild Side. If you, like Tufo, have a suggestion for me, get over to the Discord server, left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests, drop a link, a brief description. I will get to it when I can. I can't, that breakdown, that little jazz interlude, Okay, I think I got it. Sorry. Thank you for bearing with me here. Okay, so I talk about... Let me write this down. Okay, so I talk a lot of times about making sure that you have some thread of familiarity in something that you're introducing people to. If there's a thread of familiarity, then people will attach to that and then turn themselves over to the music and allow themselves to go on that journey with this new sound. But nothing's new, right? Everybody is influenced by somebody. You know, you take bands from the 2000s and you can listen to them and say, okay, here are the bands you grew up listening to. Same thing with bands of the 60s and 70s. You can go through them and say, okay, here's the big bands and the jazz musicians and the soul singers you grew up listening to. You can hear all of that layered in their track. The way I would describe this band, if I were asked to describe the band, I would say this is what a successful garage band sounds like. This is a great tone. The tone that's coming off is usually taken as a vulgar tone. It's a rockabilly, it's a dirty chord. You know, Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top, you know, the dirty G, you know, it's got that vulgarity to it. It's got that nastiness to it. But the overall tone is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very grounded. Okay. That's what I'm looking to say. This is a very grounded sound. But what was really interesting, though, is that interlude, that really nice, smoky, smooth jazz interlude. And when it first hit, I thought I've heard that before. I've heard that before. Where have I heard it before? Jesus Is Just All Right by the Doobie Brothers. It may not hit all of you the way it hit me, but that's how it hit me. When that interlude happened, I thought, I've heard that before. And when I say I've heard that before, what I mean is that perfect drop. The perfect whoop change. I've heard really bad changes just in the music itself, let alone the style. So they went from this really sweet rockabilly guitar-driven, fat-bodied sound, this really traditional sound, into that smooth jazz interlude, that smoky menthol tone that was coming through her vocals. It was really different. And to be able to make that change, it has to be done right. They did it perfectly. It dropped in perfectly. Her guitars, I talked to a lot of people in my life, famous people. I just watch my live streams. And I asked someone once who I believe is the first person to really establish the ability to play rhythm guitar and lead guitar at the same time in the same song. And I asked him one time, how do you do that? And he said, well, a lot of times you just need to be there. Sometimes you need to be up front, but sometimes you just need to just be there. This guitar player is the real standout here because she oscillates perfectly. So when it's time for her to dominate, bro, like I said at the beginning, that was Coming At You Live by Tesla. Really aggressive, really, really clean, classic metal tones coming through there. The bass line was great too. The bass and the drums were really establishing a fantastic foundation and bridges and fills throughout this whole track. So I don't want to overlook them. But this guitar player is really the star, not the star, but the focal point of this track for me because of the way she manipulates the song, the way that the song is structured and the way that she is really the thread that weaves through it all. Just absolutely brilliant. Those chord progressions were super sweet. Clean, very thick and heavy and rich in their tones and classic. Those are classic sounds right there. That's a Van Halen, Steve Vai, Eric Johnson cleanliness. When I mean clean, I mean like Jimmy Page did not play a clean guitar. Eric Johnson plays a clean guitar. That's a clean ass guitar right there. She plays a super clean guitar tone. And the lead vocals, I liked them. They carried a gravitas, a maturity to them that helped. So when it went into that little smoky jazz interlude, her vocals carried perfectly. So it was perfectly done, perfectly layered, because that's what music is. Songs are just layers of sound. So to make a song appealing, you have to make sure that the layers are measured correctly. And when I say measure, I mean carpenter, measure twice, cut once kind of a thing, not musical measure. So you need to make sure that your layers are measured properly and there's not too much of anything in one spot, because then it will overwhelm the space and it will overwhelm the accompaniment. And this song is really good about everybody filling their role and doing what they're asked to do when they're asked to do it, and layered perfectly to where this doesn't feel like a 6.5 minute song. That's how you know. When you get to the end and you're like, wow, that was 6.5 minutes, didn't feel like it. That's how you know the song is well constructed and well composed. So thank you very much, Tufo, for that suggestion. WhiskeyDust, the name of the track is Liar. And I'm asking you, my Sherpas, let me know down below everything I need to know about the band, because, again, you are my Sherpas on this mountain of new music that I am climbing. So thank you, Tufo, for the suggestion. If you, like Tufo, have a suggestion, get over to the Discord server, left-hand side, YouTube reaction request, drop a link, a brief description. I'll get to it when I can. Also, all of my social media are in the description, including Patreon and PayPal, if you would like to help the channel grow. Thank you to Connect 200 Music to See and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your day to hang out with us on the east side of Nashville. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wild Side.